So anything you say can and will be used against you.
That could be fun.
I think the clock we're looking at, yeah, that's Wendy. Some reason she can't get Deb on.
They're both in the office together though, aren't they?
I believe so.
Okay, Deb's gonna come in here and her and I are gonna share because for some reason hers is not letting her in.
Okay.
So,
I admitted her, so weird. So we don't have a picture on Michelle, but everything else, everybody else is there and can hear. So we have audio.
okay.
Okay, Michelle, it's all yours.
All right, let me see if I can find this again. All right, we're gonna go ahead and call a special city council meeting to order at like 4:03. Roll call.
Tom Marslick.
Nicole Andrioff.
Michelle Otto.
Wendy Manson,
Deb Belter.
Wayne McCormick.
Kevin Triplett.
All right, that's everybody, right?
other than Lloyd.
And Sam, you're there, correct? Did you say your name?
Yep.
Yep,
Okay.
Sam Solars.
All right, I doubt Lloyd is probably able to get in, so.
Okay.
Update on the community center?
So everything is installed at the community center. I am just trying to figure things out, especially as it goes with Zoom. I'm not overly familiar with Zoom, but I'm familiar enough for myself to get in trouble, essentially. Just to give you guys a look and see what it looks like. So there's this box that's here now. And inside the box is a touchscreen control panel, which controls everything, the camera, the microphones, what input's going to the TV. There's an 85-inch screen TV on the wall right by here. There's a new camera sticking down from the ceiling there. If you can see that black little thing right halfway in between the ceiling and stuff. That camera is movable, so it's pan, tilt, and zoom. I was going to try and connect to the Zoom meeting here today with that, but this is my first time playing with that. So, but as you can see, it zooms in pretty good with pretty good resolution and everything. So there I am from the camera's viewpoint. You can just record it directly to a laptop. From what the guys are telling me, also, we can make this basically like a streaming system live via Zoom. We would just have to give out the link to anybody who would want to join. There's probably going to be some learning curve issues with that if we decide to move that way. The microphones are that big. They wear on your lapel. So, okay, I'm back again. So basically it just goes right there, and then you just talk into it like this. There's also some lanyards that can go around your neck, and it keeps it kind of close like this. You still have to talk semi-close. So I don't know if you can hear the echo beyond me at this point. They did install 10 new speakers. What else did they do? That's pretty much it, what they did in here for the most part that I can think of anyways. So that all got done last week, right before Christmas.
So Kevin, I got a question. We can record right to a laptop. Like I think when he was talking to us that time, he said we can record right to a laptop.
Yep.
Or do we just need to get a laptop that we can put over there and lock up? Like
We
just an
can.
inexpensive kind of one or what?
We can. I don't know. That's the stuff that we're going to have to kind of play with. I think for a couple of months, we're going to double do it. We'll still record things with the camcorder just in case we screw things up. just with it being a new system and everything, it'd be nice just to get it through its paces while we still have some security of other things. So
Yeah,
all the old equipment is basically useless at this point.
so we can, maybe if we're confused on some things, maybe he'll come back and walk us through some of it.
Yep. And they said
Okay.
they'd be more than willing to do that and stuff. I told them, let us play around with it for a little while and we'll see what we can do. So
Okay. Perfect. As long as we're on the community center, can I ask another question?
Yeah?
I'm getting a few inquiries about whether we'll rent it out in January. Are we gonna hold off yet in January? Since things are still technically closed?
So things are technically closed until January 10th. That's when the executive order expires. I haven't heard any rumblings as to whether the governor is going to extend his executive order or not. So I'm guessing we'll find out more about that in the next week or two.
Okay. I'll get in touch with these guys and find out what their dates are then and see what their thoughts are, what they're planning and how many people they're talking about and that kind of stuff. I've just had a couple.
Whoa.
Somehow you got connected twice, Kevin.
Yep. Okay, Zoom works on the computer system.
That's good.
My ears hurt right now. So I was trying to log in with the Zoom from my laptop, which connects to the computer and everything like that. And I was getting horrible back feed because I'm also on my cell phone right next to everything. So
Well, it worked.
it did. So yeah, we'll play with that another day, I think.
Alrighty.
But yeah, as far as renting it out, I would say we have to at least wait until January 10th to see what a new executive order might look like.
Okay, I will let them know that then. So I just had a couple inquiries, so I'll let them know. Thanks.
Is that it on the community center?
That's all I
What do-
have.
What do we want to do with the old equipment?
Well, the mics and stuff we probably could keep because just in
They-
case we need to use them for something at some point.
They wouldn't even work in this system.
No, but they would work to that old.
They would work to that old one. Yes, correct.
They'll work
If
with
we
the
ever needed
portable
to do that.
system too.
Yep. Basically, he said the most expensive thing that we have for resale is the cabinet that things are locked up in the back room.
Yeah, I was gonna say the stuff that's under the council desk where Deb does her recording, that's not worth anything. It's so old. I mean, that's
Right, yeah.
10, 15 years old.
He said if you got the right person, they might want the mixer, but everybody's using mixers on their computers now for the most part, and it would probably be more of a hassle to try to sell it than it would be worth.
I would agree with you. I can't imagine anybody wanting it as outdated as it is.
Yeah.
So it probably just needs to be destroyed or whatever. Wayne, they can probably take it apart. But those microphones we could keep because they're.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
can take it.
that-
He
Yeah, go ahead.
recommended keeping the microphones and the cords and stuff, but he
Yeah.
said all the hardware and stuff is pretty much obsolete.
We can
Yeah.
box that up and probably put it behind the gate, Wayne, for now.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
That's all I got for the community center.
Me too.
Okay. Go on to Zoom meetings?
So the Zoom meetings got put on here because with this new system, supposedly there's the capability of being able to live stream and record all of our meetings via our system once we get the bugs worked out and we figure out how to utilize it correctly. So a Zoom account, from my understanding, that would allow for 100 participants is like $14 a month or $150 a year or something like that. And that gives you 1 gigabyte of cloud storage space, Only problem with that setup is 1 gigabyte of cloud storage space, as some people here would know is very minimal cloud storage space. So I think we would have to upgrade to probably the 50 gigabyte plan. And that's an extra $40 a month, I believe is what it was. I don't have the figures right out in front of me, but I'd rather have more gigabytes than nothing. We're not going to keep stuff in the cloud forever. My assumption would be we would still suck it down and get it onto the city server so it's archived and saved forever, essentially. But we still want enough cloud space so that we can have a couple of meetings up in the cloud until they can get things sucked away, I think.
So $40 a month is the total for the month?
Nope.
Everything?
Nope,
That's
it would be
just-
40. That's just for the extra gigabytes. And then, so it'd be $150 a year approximately plus $40 a month.
So you're talking $630. Pretty
Yep.
minimal.
And that would allow us to also have these Zoom meetings just on the cuff if there's some kind of emergency or something like that where we all can't get together. We could always try to connect via Zoom and kind of go from there too. So it gives us those options as well.
So
I don't know
moving,
that we need to make a decision today, but I wanted to at least get it in your guys' heads so that we can start thinking about it and I can get some more solid numbers and stuff with Deb's help and everything.
so would you then be moving forward doing the Zoom meeting so that people like live streaming it? You know, every council meeting so that people can see?
So my understanding with how that would work, and again, this would be a learning curve and hopefully we wouldn't run into too many glitches. The link, so the meeting ID number would be sent out with the packet or available on the website. Interested people could go and click on that and then they could join the council. Who's ever running the Zoom meeting via computer can basically set it up so that nobody can talk unless they unmute them. So basically you would get all of your people joining. They wouldn't be able to talk or anything unless we here on the front end unmute them because they raise their hand or they call a person or, you know, there's some logistics that we would have to try and set up and figure out. And I'm not exactly sure how to do that, but EPA said that they could help out. And I know Zoom is very helpful as well.
I think for $700 a year or not even $700 a year, it's well worth it.
Agreed.
I think it's worth the try at least. And
Right.
if it fails, it fails. We're not down a whole ton load of money, but we can at least say we tried and look at some other avenues at that point.
So, I kind of cut out with you, Kevin. So moving into like the January meeting, if all the old equipment is no longer existent, how is everything going to get online for people? Is it going to be through this system here?
So the January meeting, unless I'm thinking we're going to just have a regular council meeting in January is my thought and assumption at this point.
Yep.
And as far as making it a streamable meeting and stuff, I don't think we'll be at that point for the January meeting. Just because we have to make sure that we can record it via a computer first and make sure that we have a secure way of keeping it for the city's archives. And then from there, we can expand and get into the Zoom stuff. So we'd probably be looking at a couple of months before we can get the whole Zoom thing figured out. Unfortunately, with only one council meeting a month, and that's really the only time that you can really play with the system in total when everybody's mic'd up and I get the computer glitches worked out and stuff. That's kind of how it's going to have to play out almost is trial by error and trial by fire.
And we'll
Okay.
still record it on the old camera, that first couple meetings. We'll record it the old way too and download it to the website.
Okay. Sounds good.
So Kevin, you don't want a motion tonight to move forward with the Zoom stuff? You want to just wait till the January 11th meeting?
Yeah, why don't we wait until the January 11th meeting? I can get some more solid figures and play around with it a little bit and see what your guys' thoughts are once we do the training on it out here. So,
Okay.
All right. Fire department, Kevin.
Deb?
Either
Um,
one.
we as you recall, at the December meeting, December 14th meeting, our city attorney said that they could not move forward with basically the bonus pay for the firefighters unless they had a recognition program in place. And the day after that meeting, James, our city attorney, put together this recognition program, and Kevin has reviewed it, and he's in agreement with all the terms on it. And so what we would need tonight, this afternoon, I shouldn't say tonight, this afternoon, is if all of you have had an opportunity to review it, if you're in agreement with it, we just need a motion to pass it.
Is there any discussion or questions on it?
Not here.
Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the employee recognition program for the fire department.
I'll second.
All right, Tom,
Aye.
Nicole,
Aye.
Kirby,
Yes.
and I will vote aye. And Lloyd is absent, so motion passes 4-0.
So
Okay,
with
so-
that, go ahead, Deb.
Go ahead, Kevin.
So with that, then the next item would be to authorize use of the awards, recognition, not awards, recognition pay for 2020. My recommendation or thought is $500 recognition pay for all firefighters who completed a full year of service through 2020 due to the pandemic and increased call volumes at a very large rate.
And you said that was 19 firefighters, Kevin?
18 or 19, yeah.
Okay. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to go ahead and approve the $500 per fire department employee for the recognition program.
I'll second it.
All right, I'll vote aye. And Kirby,
Yes.
Nicole,
Aye.
Tom,
Aye.
motion passes 4-0.
Thank you very much.
Deb, do you want to do the resignation of Heidi?
Miss Heidi Darlene gave her resignation of an employment with the city effective January 3rd.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
How can somebody that's an hourly employee that works Monday through Friday give a resignation on a Sunday?
Does it matter when they give the resignation as long as they give it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, how do you resign on a Sunday when you don't work on a Sunday?
Well, how do you resign on a Tuesday if you're not scheduled on a Tuesday? The fact of the matter is there's a resignation and we need to accept it.
Okay, just asking.
She's not going to get paid past Friday, right?
Well, if you accept her resignation as of January 3rd, she's going to get 2 weeks vacation and all her holiday pay, Friday's holiday pay, and her comp time and stuff. So, because January 3rd is a new year and their vacation rolls over on the 1st. I'm sure that's why her union rep told her to use the 3rd.
Has she used any comp time, vacation time, anything at all?
Yeah, she's down to 5 hours vacation for now, but as of the 1st of the year, she'll get 64 hours. Well, she'll get, yeah, 64 hours. Comp time, I think she has 30 some. Because she gets paid for those, she takes comp time for the 2 hours she comes in on the days that she comes into the office and has to come in at 7, she takes comp time for those 2 hours in the morning.
Okay. You don't think she should?
Her, the union rep told her she could.
I'm just saying that, so she's got like 37, I think it was, as of today.
Right, because she's working outside of her normal designated hours,
Yeah.
which is understandable.
No, I'm just telling you what she's got. That's why she's got
Right.
comp time is. And I
Yep.
think she did a couple night meetings, like she did a couple things with Deb at the community center at night, so she's got like 37 hours.
Right.
I just was confused when I saw January 3rd. I thought, well, that's a Sunday. How do you resign on a Sunday if you don't normally work on a Sunday? But I mean, I guess I was just asking the question. I don't know. I've never seen that before.
So what if she changed it to January 4th?
Well, if she wants to come in and work on the 4th, I guess.
Well, when did she write this up? What was the date on it?
The 21st.
So 2 weeks from then is when?
Well, I guess it depends on how you look at it. If you go 14 days, it's like the 3rd. If you go 2
Right.
weeks, 2 weeks from Monday would be Monday, but it just depends on how you look at it. I was just confused. Normally people resign on a work day. That's why I just was kind of confused. I'm just asking a question. It's
Right.
up to you guys, whatever you want to do. I don't care. I'm just asking a question. I just have never seen that before, so.
I'm assuming she just went 2 weeks from the day that she put it in.
Probably, I'm guessing that's what her union rep told her to do.
Probably. Is there any questions from the council on this?
I just need a motion to accept her resignation.
Right, but is there any questions as to what Wendy's concerns are?
Well, yeah, it just seems like it's a kind of a screw job to the city. You know, paying vacation for next year. I mean, come on.
Kirby, Nicole?
She gave her 2 week notice. I mean, what else is there that we can do? Can we, other than saying that we no longer need her help and that she doesn't have to finish out the rest of the week, what else can we do?
I do know that her letter was prepared upon recommendation of her union rep. She did contact her union rep.
And I don't know that you can probably say she doesn't need to finish out the week, but I don't know if you can change her date. I have no idea. I mean, then I would think then you would be saying that you're terminating her employment and she's already, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know that you can change her date without saying you're terminating her, which you're not. So I don't know. It's just kind of confusing, I guess. I was just concerned because I thought I've never seen that before, but I don't know how you would change it.
Well, she probably starts a new job on Monday, right?
She does.
Well, I don't, once again, I think the union has us by the, you know what?
No, Tom, what?
By the short ones, okay?
Well, yeah, because originally I think she gave you a different date, didn't she?
She did.
So originally she gave Deb a different date and then talked to her union rep and changed it. So it's coming from recommendation from her union.
Well, I'm gonna make sure that Chris knows that we weren't really pleased with that. It was a last and final, flipping a bird to the city. And I don't appreciate that. So anyway, I guess we're stuck.
I don't know how you could change it. So I don't think it's possible.
No.
All right, well, I'll move to accept Heidi's resignation.
Second.
Tom,
Aye.
Nicole,
Aye.
I'll vote aye, and Kirby.
Yeah.
Motion passes 4-0. And Tom, you and I are meeting with Heidi and Deb tomorrow, correct?
Yeah,
Okay,
3:30-ish.
yep. Do we have anything else?
I'm just going to let you know that I am going to prepare documents to bring to the January 11th meeting to advertise again for a part-time person.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Is there a motion
Yes.
to adjourn?
I do have one thing. Nicole, can you get me your timesheet, please? And I'll get a hold of Lloyd because I'm still short too, so I haven't done you guys' payroll yet.
Okay. I will.
All
I
right.
actually beat those guys. Oh my
Yes, you
God.
did.
I'm horrible with it.
Impressive.
Deb, this
Can you throw the-
part-time person doesn't have anything to do with the union, right?
No, we're going to go back to the original hours that Heidi started with. Just
Okay.
because we're going to change up the job description a little bit, the duties and responsibilities.
Okay.
Okay?
Why are we changing duties and responsibilities every 6 months? We either take the job or we don't take the job. Heidi was in the union. This job is now a union position. Whether we like it or not, it's a union position. Administrative assistant is a union position. Why are we changing it again to fit the needs of willy-nilly every 6 months? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, I don't think we've changed it every 6 months.
Well, you're right, we haven't, because we've only had it for a year, which she originally went into as an M with her MOA. Then she was accepted into the union in June, or whenever she came on. And now you're going to change it again. This position, as much as we hate the unions, because we all hate the unions, it's a union position.
I'm not changing it because of the union. I'm changing it because of our experience of having her here and what exactly works best for the rest of the staff, what she does or doesn't do. That's why I'm changing it. It has absolutely nothing to do with the union.
Well, but now you're taking it out. You're going to try to take it out of the union.
All you gotta do is change the title.
Exactly. That's my point. Exactly. We're changing. It seems like every time we turn around, we're changing somebody's job descriptions because it has to fit what you guys, whatever. I'm done because
Well, first of all, Michelle, before you get so hot and into this so bad, job descriptions change often. I mean, just because I've been here 24 years doesn't mean I have the same job description for the last 24 years.
I
Job
understand
descriptions
that.
do change.
I understand that, but I don't think
So,
job description.
There is absolutely, the union did not play into what I said, absolutely zero played into it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it because of working with her and what we've had her do. Some things we don't need her to do anymore. That person to do anymore, whether it's a male, a female, whatever.
So what, if I may
And we
ask?
don't need them, we've determined that we don't need them here for that many hours anymore.
Okay. Okay, so if I may ask, what are you thinking of not having this person doing? Because I'm sure you have something in mind.
Minutes and some of the code enforcement issues.
Why would you take that code enforcement away when actually Heidi was doing a really good job at that? That position was created for code enforcement.
Because I've already spoken to Kirby, who will be taking over as mayor, and we are going to go to a system where we no longer drive around and look for properties. It's going to be all complaint based, because I've done several trainings by attorneys from the state and attorneys from other cities that you are not supposed to be doing it that way. It's illegal to do it that way.
Along with the fact that even if he does code enforcement, how much code enforcement is there in the winter? I mean, when you can't really see people's yards. So to do that many hours, 32 hours a week and do just code enforcement, that doesn't take that long to do code enforcement. You can do code enforcement in one day.
Right, and I'm not disagreeing with that, but you
So
guys
instead of-
do
Well, so
you
that's
do.
why we thought about dropping it back down instead of 32 hours, going back to where we had it before.
And we're not saying that we're necessarily going to do that. The three of us are going to sit down, look at the job description, and we'll figure it out from there.
because it was all created new when we did this, so it's kind of like, you know, once you create something, you a lot of times have to make some amendments to them.
For sure, agreed.
But I wanted to make it very clear to everyone that the union had absolutely nothing to do with it. None whatsoever.
Never even thought of that today. when we were
No,
talking
we
about
never
it.
even thought about it today, because Jess, Wendy, and I talked about it today.
That was
If you
actually
wanna
my
make the-
comment.
Right.
Pardon?
That was actually my comment about the union, so not
Yeah.
yours.
Yeah, we never even thought of that today when we were talking about it.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
Right.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, have a good day.
I'll send the tape to you, Deb.
Thank you.
Hey, Tom,
Yeah.
can you stop the recording and then let me in on my other computer real quick and keep this live for just a couple of minutes?
Yeah. Let me do that right now.